Call to order
I'm sorry.
emergency meeting of the City of Aransas Pass City Council, June 30th, 2020 at 11:30 a.m. And item to discuss is consider an act on whether to proceed, postpone, or terminate the fireworks celebration event scheduled for July 2nd, 2020 due to a recent surge of COVID-19 cases in the area.
Okay, Mr. Mayor and Council, and you pretty well stated it right there. The reason for this emergency meeting is that it has a potential for being a health and safety issue, and want to make sure everybody's on the same page as far as the council goes. This is a city event we're talking about, the fireworks festival, so I want to make sure everybody's on the same page. I've gotten a couple calls from some of you and thought it would be best just to have an emergency meeting to make sure we are all on the same page, hence the reason we are here today. Things are changing on an hourly basis as it relates to the COVID-19 issue. And that's since this resurgence of cases. Everything's changing very rapidly. We had a meeting yesterday on the fireworks issue, and I was the one who suggested we move forward with the fireworks because we're doing it somewhat differently than Corpus. And by the way, Rockport is continuing with theirs, but theirs is private. Theirs is not city. I was talking with the city manager over there yesterday. So they're continuing. Others around us are ending, or have terminated theirs, but there are reasons for that we're different than they are. For example, we're asking people to stay in their cars. We're asking people to not to socialize, social distancing. We're even saying you can see it from other places in town. You don't have to go to Con Brown Harbor. So that makes us different than the others. On the other hand, it has been pointed out by more than one person that because not everybody, most of the people around us are canceling their fireworks display, we could get a huge crowd. And if we get a huge crowd, then that's going to be we're going to have less ability to say or to keep people from getting out of their cars and mingling. We're not going to be enforcing. That's not what our plan was. We said here is what is going to. We're going to have the fireworks display. Last about 15 minutes. Please stay in your car. Don't get out of your car. Watch from your house, etc. Again, that made us different. And want to ask Sarah to come forward because as part of this process, to synchronize the music and the fireworks, we worked with a radio signal, a radio frequency, 90.1. There's a lot we can do with that frequency, like notify them as they're right before they watch and after. You can't be socializing. Stay in your car. We have a couple of those PSAs I want you to hear real quick. Sarah, sure. You can come up.
So we were going to play this on a loop. I have it in English and Spanish. This is one I recorded yesterday. We've modified the event even since then, so this is not the one we're using because we're not going to be passing out information.
Good evening. In an effort to provide a safe environment for the upcoming fireworks show, the City of Aransas Pass is asking everyone to practice social distancing. Household members should remain in the same vehicle. Please do not commingle or wander about the harbor during this time. Volunteers passing out census information are wearing appropriate personal protection equipment and practicing proper hand sanitizing hygiene. Thanks in advance and enjoy the show.
And then we also have it in Spanish, and of course we're taking that one part out of that, but I just didn't know if y'all wanted it modified in any other kind of way because I'm going to record it in English and Spanish and have it on a loop before, on that station when they're tuning in. And we can do a lot more with that.
And what we're taking out, of course, is the census.
Right.
We're not going to be distributing census stuff because I think the chief pointed out correctly that if we're out there passing out census information, that goes against what we are saying as far as stay in your car. So we've eliminated that, and we worked with, I don't know if Sandra's here or not. I worked with Sandra, who's been heading up the census information, to eliminate that part of it, and we're all in agreement on that. Also, if there, and I think Charlie is here. Charlie, you? Oh, good. If you folks, you're the final say. If you folks say no because of all that's going on and want to hear some discussion on that, with all that's going on, let's don't do it right now. I believe, and according to the agreement that we have, there still may be a cost. Is that correct, Charlie?
That is correct.
Okay.
Technically, the contract has a deposit that y'all have dispersed already, that we have incurred mobilization costs already to get this show started. And that started today, actually started earlier this week, so I had to rent trucks. That's part of this, the expense of doing the show. And today was the day we plan to start loading equipment on trucks. We started this morning at 6 o'clock this morning. I mean, the truck with all the equipment for the Aransas Pass show is ready to go. I put a halt to go, we were gonna start setting up. So we're just waiting on, we're on hold right now, so we decide what we're gonna do.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So I want to make you aware of that aspect of all this also. So that's kind of an overview of what's been happening. Again, I want to repeat, there was a meeting yesterday, and this issue was discussed, and discussed very thoroughly. Charlie was there, the chief was there, Sarah was there, Lynn was there, I was there, the mayor was there, and then we had all the people who were on the video conferencing also. So this has been discussed considerably, and these issues that we're talking about now were taken into consideration, but I emphasize it's changing by the hour. So what we talked about yesterday may not be relevant today. That's one of the reasons we wanted to get everybody on board and to discuss this with the most current information. We're out of time now. So this would be the last opportunity to either postpone or cancel if that's what you desire, and that's the reason for this meeting. With all that said, I'm going to open it up, Mr. Mayor, I'm going to open it up. Well, before I do that, I think, Roxanne, can you hear me? Roxanne, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Roxanne was in on the meeting yesterday also, and at this point, I was going to open it up to discussion by the council, but you may have some, because you were firm in your positions yesterday. It was a good meeting, a good spirited meeting yesterday. But you were firm in your positions yesterday. You want to restate those, and things may have changed since yesterday, but I'm going to turn it over to you for just a couple minutes here.
Thank you. Hello, Mayor and City Council members. I can see you on YouTube. So I miss y'all when I don't get to see you in person. So yesterday we talked at our meeting about how the governor was issuing out some new executive orders, and as you know, on June 26th, he issued out an order to close bars, to reduce occupancy load from 75% to 50%. He wanted to limit outdoor gatherings of 100 people. He did say, though, if there was going to be more than 100 people at an outdoor gathering, that he was giving authority to the mayor if the event was going to be held inside the city limits, and he was giving authority to the county judge if it was going to be held outside the city limits to determine whether or not the event should be held and whether or not there should be any certain conditions that are applicable to maintain and decrease any possible transmission of COVID-19. As this came out, we began seeing across the state about 2/3, maybe even 3/4 now of the state have requirements for commercial entities to impose health and safety policies that mandate patrons wear face masks inside their facilities. It's also told that people shall wear their face coverings when outdoors and when you cannot maintain social distancing. However, the face coverings, you cannot issue a citation to an individual. So you can't enforce it, but they're making it a shall when you can't enforce. So there's no real teeth behind that rule. There is teeth behind the businesses, though. The businesses can be issued a violation a citation of up to $1,000 if they fail to implement health and safety standard protocols, which require the face mask or face coverings. So as the state continues to grow with these mandates, you also begin to see that a lot of the surrounding areas have canceled their fireworks extravaganza events, including Nueces County. Today, the governor issued out another proclamation that references one of his executive orders. In his proclamation, he says that there are certain counties where he is prohibiting the elective surgeries to go forward. It's fancy language, but basically you could only have the surgery or procedure if it's medically necessary to save your life. And if failing to have that medical procedure would cause imminent death, then you can have the procedure. He limited that to just about 4 counties. That was Bear County, Travis County, Harris County, and Bear County. But today in his proclamation, he expanded that order, and it now also includes Nueces County, Cameron County, Webb County, and Hidalgo County. So things are getting a little more aggressively transmitted in Nueces County for the governor to begin focusing on the prohibition of elective surgeries or procedures in Nueces County. As you listen to various mayors and county judges and the governor across the state, I believe that there's going to be some more orders coming out this week. There was rumor among city attorneys that executive orders were going to come out yesterday. They did not come out yesterday. But what I also noticed is that not a lot of the test results came through yesterday. I think that we're going to hear something within the next 48 hours from the governor that's going to restrict more openings or reduce, scale back what he had previously opened. I'm always, part of my role to always be protective of you, and so I always try to take the most restrictive stance, and I highly encourage that the fireworks extravaganza not proceed forward, because there's not going to be any enforcement of people failing to follow the face mask or the social distancing requirements. So people are going to want to have fun. With that said, I'm not the decision maker. It's just something that I felt was important to voice as the city attorney, and I'm only a person who provides legal advice and does not make any policy decisions. So with that said, if you have any other questions for me, I'd be more than happy to answer them.
It doesn't appear there. We don't seem to have any questions here at this point. And let me back up a little bit and say we really want to have you folks out of here by noon, and we have 20 minutes before that time. And we anticipate this being a short meeting, but we'll take as much time as you want. But with that said, as I was saying earlier, Mayor, if it's okay with you, if we could open it up for discussion. Sure. You've heard our reasoning for yesterday's meeting and moving forward with it. There have been good points have been raised on why we may not want to do it. Also excellent points. But we need your input, and I believe, Mary, there is an action. This is it calls for action at the end of this discussion. So, Mayor, if it's okay, I'd just like to hear from you folks now.
I think, does Chief have something to say?
Chief's ready.
Oh,
He's looking
please,
really excited over there.
A couple of things here. I asked for comments and feedback from the public. So we've only had one, Diana, and I don't know any other last name. I asked the fireworks show, keep it or can it? Your opinion matters. And she replied, can it, to get rid of it, basically. And then she asked why none of y'all are wearing masks. And I just want to clarify one other thing is, we don't believe that this is a social gathering in the context of what the rule is. Cars are coming, households are staying within those cars, see the show, and then leave. In fact, in previous years, we would have all kinds. We'd give out hot dogs, Mayor, you would provide that. And we had socializing events and stuff like that. All of that is gone, and they even got rid of the census. This is simply coming out, watch the display, and then leave with that as a memory or a video, however you want to enjoy it. I'm not advocating for or against. I will do whatever the pleasure of the council is. That's all I have.
How much money have we already spent
On this,
on the fireworks?
it would be what we paid Charlie. And Charlie, how much, Mary or Charlie, either one of you?
The deposit was $6,600.
Correct.
And plus I hear there's some additional cost with setup and
All
stuff.
right, and labor hours that have been incurred starting as of today.
Any idea of how much that would be, just a rough guess?
I'd say, $1,500, I don't know. something like that.
So, add 1,500 to approximately.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I'm back. Rose Vega, I'm assuming that's Rosemary. Says, thank you, City of AP, for approving the fireworks show and for the careful planning from our PD, who consistently looks out for our residents and implements safety procedures for everything we do in AP. That's all she's stating.
Yeah, to your left. I just find it interesting the GLO came out with a statement yesterday that the beaches are to remain open over the 4th of July, you know, and that is a social event. We are trying to keep our people in the cars, and I love the PSA on a loop. And I don't know if the police department, I know you said you're not going to enforce, but, you know, going by, and if you see families out of the car with a megaphone, back into your cars, that's not a big deal. I'm not asking you to give them the ticket. I'm just asking, you know, a little bit more reinforcement. But I believe that we should go on with the fireworks. That's my belief.
I do too. I completely agree. I think that the city and the staff have done a tremendous job in working together to come up with the implementations that y'all have come up with. I agree with continuing on with the fireworks show. And I think that the people will respect that. I think that there's been so much news that I think the general public understands the necessity of them staying to themselves.
Yes.
And I agree as far as, because if the beaches are going to stay open, that's going to be, if anything's going to happen, you know, like, it's going to happen there. And it would be like, okay, if you're canceling fireworks because of the outbreak, why not close the beaches? You know, that to me is more of an issue right there. And I agree, staying in your vehicle, and like Jan suggested, you know, if police can go and just check, because I know they're going to patrol anyway, just for safety reasons. And I think we should just go on. I think we, as a general public, need to have some sort of celebration for the reason behind the fireworks. And I think it'd be good morale booster for our residents.
I do
And
too.
we just asked to please just stay in the car and enjoy the fireworks.
Or watch from your house. I mean,
Yeah.
The radio station is gonna be up to miles away from the harbor. So you can be in a boat, you can be on
Right.
flats, you can be in your neighborhood, and it's 600 feet up. So it's
Yeah.
very visible from wherever. That's the reason we did the radio station.
Right, I can see it from my house.
Very
And we
nice.
need to get it out on the police department's Facebook page, the websites, the chamber websites, every place that we can possibly continue to share the safety reasons that we're going to do this, but we are going to go forward with it if we all agree.
Well, it looks like I'm the Lone Ranger on this one. I don't think it's a good idea. With all the other places canceling, we're gonna get a bunch of people coming in here. And I think public safety and health trumps anything else. And I can't with a clear conscience go along with something like this. But that's how I feel. I think it's a bad idea, and it's a recipe for disaster. The way things are going, San Patricio County and Nueces County, they're the two hot spots right now, and we're sitting in both of those counties.
Nueces is.
So I just don't want that on my conscience.
I understand. I feel good with my decision because
Yeah.
it's a 30-minute show. People are in and
15.
out. It's not a 3-day event. It's not a continual 24-hour, like something else. So I'm good with my decision as well.
Yeah. Well, one good thing also is that everybody that's coming into town now is going to be required for you to wear a mask to any business that you go into, any place that you go around here in town. You're going to be
July 1st.
required to wear a mask.
Starting July 1st, right?
Yep, July 1st. Yes.
Oh, that is July 1st.
We got a couple more comments. Anna Samora, I don't think that it is a good idea. And then Diana commented again, I don't think that it is a good idea either.
Okay.
Any more comments? I won't keep you guys any longer than you have to. Mary, how do we do this?
Well, the motion is either to proceed, postpone, or terminate.
I make a motion to proceed with the fireworks celebration event scheduled for July 2nd, 2020.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose.
No,
Oppose, you say oppose?
no.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.